but Comp is just doing so much. He finally gets a little bit of damage thrown onto him, but look at him, just lasering people down. They can't prioritize him. They can't keep the damage to stick, and Comp just shreds through Vitality.
Comp gonna flash forward, gets himself a third, and Koi are coming alive over the course of this weekend. Fantastic stuff from the bot lane.
Really well played, and Comp pick himself up 3 kills. We did see Cassante trading off his life with Neon in the top lane, but at the end of it all, yes, you did lose the Rift Herald, but you gained so much gold from that fight.
And this was just really well played by Koi. They do a great job of just keeping Comp in a safe little pocket that he can operate in. So Bo forced up onto the top side. Perks also forced at the back of this fight.
Very soon as they try and find it. Oh my god, they've got the Cassante down. He's already gone into stasis to keep himself alive. Bo still ticking down with a little bit of the Elder, but now Photon tries to get in with the Needlework. They're moving forward. Larson very low, but a great shockwave stops the support. No cavalry for you. Perks trying to do the damage on the backside, but Comp is so healthy. Comp is just massive in these fights, and Koi may look for the end of bot.
Trimby's doing a ton of work. Malrang getting the pick on towards Neon as well. And now, as you say, a wave is here. Koi, they want to take game 1.
They want to take game 1. They don't want to wait for the next spawns of Baron or Elder. You still have some decent wave clear though with Perks. So you got to be very careful. He will do significant damage, and there's still a Baron buff ticking up. So hard to make this one stick. Here we go. They're going to try and make this one on top of the carries, but with Bo moving in to try and deal with the minions, he will fall, but he did his job. Do they wait for the next wave? They've got a couple more seconds till the silver.
Put back on it, to be perfectly honest, by Koi. They've been doing a really good job in at least game 1 in trying to make sure Malrang prevented him from having any sort of plays. And Comp now starting shield early.
Yeah, starting shield, which means they can flash in. No, he doesn't have an aggressive setup here where the ignite goes down before the heal comes out. Comp flashes over the wall. Kaiser has nowhere to go, and Kaiser will fall. First blood to the bot lane of Koi. And that just feels like the cherry on top of what this bot lane has been for Koi.
I mean, Trimby again going for the Hail of Blades. Ash can go hyper aggressive, but I mean, Kaiser going that bit too far forward. Neon not willing to flash over the wall to try and find the kill onto Comp meant that there was nowhere safe for Kaiser to go. So easy first blood. Now Bo immediately going for the level 2, but Malrang is here to match.
They spotted him. They had a ward on him there, so they now know with the Javelin Toss coming in, it will be a 3v2 in favor of Koi. They're going to try and jump in as we start. Yeah, this is... and again, look, you know, regardless of how the bot lane was doing as well, but great read by Malrang. Kind of said, look, I can go bot, I can cover this, make sure I'm in position to make, you know, to make sure that Bo does not get ahead, because we talked about it. It's a carry jungler. You need to start fights, and you're going to keep going for this one. Malrang pushing forward here, going to try and catch out Kaiser. Yeah, he's dead to rights. Nothing he can really do there, and this is Koi. They're slaughtering Vitality in this first few minutes.
I mean, there's blood all over the bot side of River, and Koi just can't stop. I mean, Vitality, they want to try and get this push out. They want to try and make sure that Neon's in an okay spot, but now you have completely lost control. Comp and Trimby can try and freeze this and only punish even further how poorly this bot lane has gone. Now again, we're seeing a similar story where in the top side, Photon is having good control.
Being hit here across the solo laners. Is that your next priority? Because it feels like you need to try and go for something, but maybe not in the mid lane. You do not have flash here for Perks. He's going to be able to use the soul unbound, but guess what? That goes up, must come down, and oh, not quite able to get away from the Emperor's Divide. Malrang 3-0-0 going back towards the Xin Zhao. Photon trying to see if he can maybe make something work here. Does have Ghost popped and no real way to try and stop it. Oh my god, breaking his ankles right there, and Photon just can't find any purchase.
I mean, breaking the hearts of Vitality fans as well. Photon was trying desperately to get something back on their top side, use the push he had, but now summer spells are all gone, ult is gone, and Shigenda knows that he can try and trade pretty heavily here.
Yeah, he knows he's very much in the ascendancy. There's no real kill pressure right now. He's not going to be able to chase him down, and he's not going to be able to stop his ult from getting the knockback, so really good play right now from Koi, and this is what we were talking about coming into picks and bans of this game too. This is why we're so excited, I suppose, to see the kind of, you know, the comeback, if you will, of Koi kind of back to the 2022 form, because this looks fantastic. They are just controlling the map, controlling the game. As Neon underneath the tower, Trimby does have flash, does have barrier, Perks is there. As we try and make something work, flash for flash, but they're not going to be able to. Oh my god, not able to hit anything there with the Fate Seals.
I just heard Trimby giggling to me on the right-hand side. I was like, I wonder what's happened, and I just understand why. That is a disaster for Vitality, just being able to walk away from that one. Oh, this is,
it's getting sad.
Yeah,
it's getting sad. Yeah, it's getting a little sad right now, and look, for Vitality's sake, they went with something a little bit unorthodox. You got to throw a curveball in there, but this curveball has just broken their wrist as they've tried to throw a strike against the side of Koi, and Koi are just sitting there, taking it in their stride, not worried about absolutely anything. And it's just about their early game. You know, you think about how this team has come in through the, gold distance, full levels in terms of support, and not having access to your ultimate as a Nautilus just feels so debilitating. And you see Photon and Sigenda trying to go crazy in the top side. We will come back in here now into the bot lane as Comp picks up a kill. While that was happening, Sigenda did back away, or through going back in on the top side. We can see in the picture, he picks himself up a solo bolo. It's all going to hell, and Vitality, they're not ready. They're not ready for what Koi were bringing for them today.
And the biggest thing is when you take something like a Nautilus into an Ashe lane, it is all about the level 1. It is all about getting these advantages so you continue to punish Ashe when she doesn't have summoner spells, when she's vulnerable to some of these ultimates engages. But if you lose the level 1, like we saw Vitality do so, it becomes very easy to punish. You have the range, you've got the poke, you've got the slows. It is impossible for Nautilus to really do anything, and you're seeing a huge amount of it now. Kaiser just not going to be relevant, and the fact again that you get these quick kills coming through. Photon though on the top side going up against Shigenda. I mean, this is pretty much the way Olaf should be trying to trade in this lane.
Yeah, I mean, look, you want to be low level, or low health I should say. Nice ultimate just kind of stop him from getting taken away. Shigenda actually makes a little bit of a move there over the wall, unfortunate for him, but yeah, Photon without a flash, without a care in the world, tries to take the trade back, but it's still a Cassante. He's still just disgustingly powerful, and that's a 3,500 gold lead coming up at 12 minutes. You do have the Rift Herald in the back pocket of Bo, but where can you use it? That would even net you a positive play.
I mean, realistically, they have to try and bring all the cavalry to this bottom side. Get Perks, get Bo, try and have Kaiser come in here, but not having the ultimate available still on the Nautilus really does hurt you in trying to set up these plays because you don't have that point-and-click CC. So instead, they kind of bait down towards the bottom side is Larson.
Larson does get hit there, will not get hit by the Javelin, gets knocked back, so they get the ult for ult trade, while Perks picks up a couple more plates in that mid lane. While they know that the jungler of Vitality is mid, we're going to see Comp with a nice little spell shield. All it takes is one little auto attack to force out summoners here from Neon. The Ashe is just so oppressive. Kaiser wishes he had his ultimate to go for an engage over the wall, but he does not now. Trying to drop the Rift Herald into that mid lane. Gonna get a couple of plates. Bo gets hit by an arrow. Gets jumped on by Malran. They're gonna try and knock him over the wall. Not gonna be able to get it, but it doesn't matter. The damage is just too damn good. It sticks to him like glue. Perks trying to see if he can outplay this. Flashes towards his dragon, but the wind becomes lightning, and your death is confirmed. Your fate is sealed. 9-0 in kills, 13 minutes into the game.
And this is why I really don't think you can give Trimby the... Malrang's just going to pass out here.
Execute.
I don't think you can give Trimby the Ashe. I think Trimby's been so incredibly good when it comes to these long-range Ashe ults. The fact it gives them so much control over this bottom side. I mean, we saw it in game 1 against SK, how good he was at setting up these plays, and then when it got towards the mid-game as well, using them towards side lanes, setting up kills for Shigenda, fixing Shigenda's lane, honestly, with that pick as well. So I think Koi... this is a fantastic... Perks gets hit.
He does get hit right in the face. It's going to take a while for him to go down. Perks actually moves down towards this... I'm not quite sure exactly what he was trying to go.
I think that might have been the worst possible direction for him.
Yeah, I was going to say, look, at a 360 degrees, that degree was not the one I would have chosen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why he didn't go back towards his own tower. There wasn't even help from Vitality there either, but I don't know, maybe misclick on the minimap or something along those lines. That does happen, but Vitality here now on the back foot. They had presence on that bot side. They wanted to try and trade the aggression towards top end to see if they could trade for the tier 2, but now instead it's Koi pushing forward with the Rift Herald and having the numbers advantage on the opposite side.
Look, I'll give Perks a benefit of the doubt. Maybe he tried to go for the kill. Perks for getting anything else. Sigenda, still a Cassante. They go forward. Trimby's left all isolated on his own. Finally, Comp joins the fight, and Comp can start to really rip through them. Eventually, the Larson will die. The Baron's still doing damage. Baron plays for Vitality, and Baron sets it up on a nice little play. Bo will not be taken down just yet, but Comp is doing so much for this Koi lineup. It was a 5v4, but Koi still make it work.
Just about. Kaiser has respawn though, is full health, and Perks is here.
Here we go.
He's steadily been moving up. Comp so strong though, and Kaiser still level 8. He's 5 levels down on Koi's AD carry. It looks like Vitality will just back away.
I mean, he's a level up on Perks
Vitality,
right now.
that's really hurt them there. Now, Arrow once more. Won't find Perks, but you might as well throw them out. It's on such a short cooldown.
We'll have a short pause, hopefully. As we
You've
come
ruined
around.
it. It's all over.
I know, I had to. I'm only here for the weekend. I want to try to drag it out as long as I can. Yeah.
I don't think we're going to be getting a game 3 with the way that this is going, which is maybe a little bit sad.
Never say never.
Look, I think from Koi's perspective, and especially with a lot of the fans that they would have picked up from winning last year as well, like, this is a fantastic performance from them. I love that we're getting Comp and Trimby back on the stage where they're looking confident, just taking over against Neon and Kaiser. Larson had a massive performance as well in the last.
It's going to be just that, you would imagine, for the side of Koi. They are going to take down the #1 seed of the regular winter split in a 2-0 fashion, and they're going to look damn good doing it.
Playoffs is here, Koi, turning around a #1 in the regular split, and Koi are the ones that are taking them down. It's gotta feel good.
What a great way to get yourself into playoffs as well. They're 2 wins, they're in. That's how it is. Of course, Vitality, it sucks, but you're not out. You're only going to go down to the lower bracket. You've got obviously more opportunities forward, but for Koi, this is fantastic to see. Really, really well played. And again, it just screams to what we something work here. It does have ghost popped and no real way to try and stop it. Oh my God, breaking his ankles right there.
I think I'm dead, okay?
Yep, baby.
Jonas, no flash, but that's ult.
Got this.
Oh, I think you're right. Oh.
For him to walk up and get aggressive here. Now, Yike on the bottom side is looking to take away the Krug camp. Already has a bit of an XP advantage. 3v3 against the Sejuani, though. I don't think they can go for the dive. Despite that, Mickey's still stepping forward. They're going to find the knockup. Mickey polymorph. Mickey already dead. They're trying to kill Carzzy, but oh, it's just all going so south so quickly. Catch him for something doesn't happen. He dies before the axe can connect. Yike now running. Everything going wrong for G2 on the bot side dive. Turning back. Yike managing to get it, and that's going to be huge. Caps on the way to make sure they at least trade one in exchange. Top side, though. Fight still breaking out. Broken Blade fully committed. This one at a level disadvantage. Pullback will not connect.
Both summoners committed from Broken Blade. Didn't quite have enough damage, but look at this. 2-2 is the kill score, but remember that it was Mad Lions that were the ones able to secure 2 kills in the bot lane exchange. The dive tried to happen from G2. We talked so much about it. The threat was very real, but Algoya was able to position himself in a way to shut that down. Beautiful stuff from the Mad Lions in the early game. The gold remains even.
Killing the Draven, obviously pretty big, taking away half those stats.
Yeah, so G2 were able to secure the Drake. Notice here the Broken Blade's going to body block the ultimate from Algoya. Will force the flash out from Hansama, but he's going to be pretty safe. A really strong sleep from Yike as he lands onto 3. The cleanse comes out from Carzzy, but they actually can't lock anyone down from the side of Mad. So G2 is able to just run away, largely unscathed.
Yeah, Caps now on the retreat here. Carzzy level 8 is level 10, doesn't want to overcommit for that one. But I think the same thing that we talked about with G2's composition, where all of the engage really feels like it's on Mickey. It's a similar story for Elyoya on the opposite side. Chasing on a flank, maybe, but getting first objective setup with either of these compositions is incredibly, incredibly crucial. Because if you have to walk into Yike, in the same way that if you have to walk into 20, walked up, Niski throwing the ultimate down, big damage on the Caps. Caps now running, Chasey ghosting in, but they're just not fast enough. Re-engage now coming, Mickey on the backside, instantly gets interrupted, and so clean from Elyoya, and that could be everything, or it would be, but Broken Blade's already in the back line. The Draven does too much damage, and it is so clean from the side of G2. What a turn.
Mad is just wiped off the map. They over-chased for the fight, and they welcomed themselves into the warm embrace of Hansama. The damage was crazy. Caps and Hansama just melted Mad. And that will be a Drake for G2, 2 towers for G2, and what looks to be an overwhelming...
It was so easy for the double 80 carry composition of G2 to just turn and burn. They had way, way more damage, and the Olaf if you're not going to 100 to 0 the Olaf, he's just going to heal through everything that you do, and that's the difficult situation that Mad found themselves in now. About a 6K gold deficit. See what they can do to crawl their way out of this one. It's a tall task, especially because the threat of G2 taking a Baron is very real if Mad slip up again.
Very, very fast Baron indeed. And again, it comes back to it. You know, you look at Mad's composition on paper and you sit there and think, okay, yeah, typical front to back, makes a lot of sense. But then, like, you look at G2's comp and you're like, oh, actually, you've got a target that can't be CC'd in the Olaf. You've got 2 champions with dashes. Yike has more movement speed than a Formula 1 car.
Broken Blade is still alive, and Mad Lions are being slaughtered. They are being hunted down. G2 afraid of poaching charges as they tear through this team. Caps, a man possessed as he goes for the Quadra.
He will be denied as Yike secures the ace, and Mad Lions are wiped off the map 5-0. G2 look to end the game in commanding fashion. Blink and you'll miss it. It was that single fight around the bot side dragon. Mad overcommitted and G2 looked to punish. They're looking to go 1-0 up in this best of 3.
G2 coming back well. It was 2K gold deficit early on. Mad Lions finding some small advantages, but brought it back in a big way. Incredibly dominant Game 1 performance coming in here. Group B as G2 Esports are on their way towards a showdown with Koi next Monday. We'll be back in a few minutes as Lore, Ender, and Reckless look ahead towards match point.
Even the biggest champ needs a break.
I won! I did it! I won the LEC! Finally, after all of these years! If it wasn't for my Malzahar in Game 5, I wouldn't be here! But I am! And I won! So screw you to all the haters!
Red Bull gives you...
I might actually...
Okay, it's bad, maybe bad.
I'll jump out.
Okay, he ulted. We can go after, Yeah. Big snow. We can go soon. Yeah,
I can flash.
Look. It's good. I'm fine. I'm huge. Okay, go. I hit
them all.
Keep going. Motherfuckers.
Welcome back to this side of the studio. Ahead of Game 2, G2 Mad Lions. G2 won the first game, and we're here to break it down. Reckless, did you expect the first game to go the way it did?
I think after seeing the draft, it was kind of expected. I was surprised they ran into the Lilia again after seeing it twice yesterday.
Yeah.
I think their idea was that the Jace ban would remove the possibility of an AP jungle, but they just placeholded that with the Tristana instead.
We have to talk about this Lilia again. I'm sorry. Being the Lilia one trick here in the league. Is this a must ban, would you say? With Mad Lions approaching the next game, and how deadly is this guy on the... Look at this.
That is not deadly, that's disturbing. Please, no, we don't need to, no one needs to see that. That is awful. No, please.
Stop! Please. This is so cursed. Thank you, G2 Esports, for bringing this one on.
Here's the deal. If you want to play Sejuani, you need to ban the Lilia. At this point, I think it's fair to say. But also, I think, again, like the priority on Sejuani should just drop, because I don't think he wants to play that either. It remains to be seen how effective he is in different matchups against different other champions, because, again, I think similar to the way that we saw the Nidalee pick get exposed from Bo with the...
trouble, though. Now trying to leap out to safety to the sky. Is going to do a little bit of work there, but the silence coming in. There's just nothing you can do here. Stolen to rock ultimate, never mind. This game, what? He just steals it, uses it against them. Oh my God. Oh my God. Just call him Johnny Silverhand. He is in there. killing everybody. Who is this man? He is solo carrying Mad Elyoya, now backing him up as Mad Lions take over here in the mid lane.
Nisqy is so damn good. What the hell was that? That was incredible. The on-the-fly thinking to turn a 2 versus 3. The ultimate comes down.
Hansama flashing out to safety, but Nisqy, the shutdown goes down. Nisqy's in trouble now. Hunt down for Hansama, and just like that, the gold swings back.
Oh, he was feeling it a little too much. And Hansama gets the cash in. He's sitting at 1.8k gold right now. And just like that, it could have been all for nothing. The incredible play that Nisqy made. Please, observers, give us the slow-mo as Nisqy steals away Mickey's ult. So the whole plan here is to just get a kill onto Chasey. Looks solid, looks clean, looks easy. How is he going to escape from this?
Dead Jace, easy.
The ultimate comes out from Nisqy onto the Soraka. There it is, the heal is enough. Flash in from Nisqy, the execute onto Cassidy. Now they don't have the damage. Yike tries to flash in with the Q and the auto attack. The auto from the Soraka with the pot channeling onto Chasey as well. Then Yike gets stunned up by Hylissang. Oh my word. Prove this split that he can be that. And he's done a great job as Yike now turns his attention towards Chasey.
Yep. Chasey just wants to be alive right now, but I don't know if that's going to be an option. This time around, there will be no stolen Soraka ult to save him, but he's still holding on. He's going to kill Broken Blade. Chasey will not die. No, but he might. But the Zapper, like, oh, this has to be the most embarrassing way to die. He's still living. Chasey does not go down. He gets another kill. G2 so thirsty for this Jace, like everyone who watched Arcane, but they will walk away empty-handed.
Oh my words. No one's getting Jace today. Absolutely no one. Chasey, after what was a rather int first death, has been unbelievable these last few minutes. Of course, Nisqy was incredible
unbelievable
earlier.
or G2 overforced?
No, but watch what Chasey does here, right? So right now, Broken Blade is tanking the tower, okay? Then it swaps over to Yike. He then flashes away at just the right timing so that Yike then has to get out of tower range, which forces that onto Broken Blade. That hits him twice. Chasey almost dies to the sapling because he can't quite get out of range.
I think he input buffered the JC too. He was just mashing E onto Broken Blade.
Oh my word, Chasey. The solo laners of Mad are just smurfing right now. Now, it's important that amongst all of this hype, this excitement, this crazy cool stuff that we're seeing from Mad Lions, to put into context the state of the game. Because it's still a dead even in terms of gold.
Yep.
And when you kind of take stock of things like scaling, you got to remember, I can see everyone in chat with that little Wonka S, with that little clock, and they're pointing and they're saying 10 out of 16, you know, and like we've all seen it, we're all playing it. And
or banning it.
Or banning it. But Caps is the player that everyone is keeping their eyes on. When you have a Soraka, you have the Maokai, you have a Jax, like you have a really strong scaling team. And sure, like when you look at isolation, Draven versus Ezreal, like you can argue with the range, with the damage, Ezreal's going to scale better than Hansama, but Draven cashed in, so he's now accelerated. Which means that with the gold lead that he has, he's always going to have that slight edge over the Ezreal, and he's going to have that edge when going up against.
Healing up, Mickey picked off to the side. Yike, now running, looking to use the ult to disengage it. It's Hansama versus the world. Broken Blade straight forward. Big ult from the Draven, but he cannot finish a kill, but Broken Blade can. Massive autos left and right, and G2 are holding on, leveraging the strength of their bottom lane and their Jax to bring home the fight.
Hansama is just an immovable object. He refuses to fall, and his damage is disgusting. Mad, after securing those 2 initial picks, thought that they had won, but you can see that the damage is just so real from Hansama. And what could have been a soul, Mad Lions, they're telling themselves, listen, we win, we get the pick, we win the team fight, we take the Drake, we take the Baron, we end the game. That was the game plan right there. The clock is continuing to tick as Caps gets ever closer to level 16. Mad, though, look for another fight.
Trying to force them. Yeah, they really just don't have that much damage. Without Elyoya, without Chasey, they don't have the damage to work their way through these health bars. And now G2 is going to pick up Hylissang, and I think they can turn right onto the Baron.
That they can. They have all 5 members alive. Only Elyoya on the side of Mad could potentially steal this one away. TP is available for Nisqy. The TP is going to be committed by Broken Blade. And G2 will begin the Baron.
Cars in the area. Elyoya can look for a steal. They'll spot it out, courtesy of the Saplings. Broken Blade now stepping in, zoning the jungler away. They can 3-man the Baron. Mickey can keep that front line healthy if he needs to.
They can 2-man the Baron. Hansam is doing all the work. The smite will come down. Baron secure.
Baron dropping, but G2 are not done yet. Nissi stealing away the Jax ultimate. Immediately going to pop in for extra resistance as Chasey off to the side, but the Jace just doesn't do any damage to the Jax. Broken Blade leaving into the backline, taking out Carzzy. G2 again finding such a massive fight in their favor. They are once again obliterating the Mad Lions. Mad had an advantage for so long, but one fight goes wrong, and it all falls apart. Level 17 Caps well and truly online.
G2 just tear Mad Lions apart. Mad looked so good at so many stages, but this may very well be the final nail in the coffin. G2 looking at 2-0. G2 looking to get the edge, and then looking to go for a rematch against Koi.
Mad Lions had moments, but G2 are getting games, and that's what matters here in the best of 3. Taking game 1, now taking game 2, moving up to face Koi in the upper bracket of our playoffs. G2 dominance. The second they get a lead, they take over. They remind us once again what makes them such an incredibly strong team. Also, they're going to die in the fountain, but here we go. G2, 2-0.
We've seen a lot of 4-3 games throughout the group stages, but today, Koi and G2 once again cement themselves at the top of the LEC. Incredible game from Hansama, 7-0-6 on the Draven, reminding everyone why he is so good at the champion. But Broken Blade, credit to him, bit of an unsung hero in that fight. So many great Jax performances, so many great stuns, the way he played those fights, like just an incredible game overall from him alongside Hansama.